John Ramirez was born in the Bronx, New York City, into a family that practiced witchcraft and Santeria, a religion blending African occultism and Catholic imagery. His father was deeply involved in occult rituals, and from a young age, John was introduced to sacrifices, spells, and demonic ceremonies. As a child, John witnessed his family worship spirits and idols instead of God. He saw blood sacrifices, candles, and altars built to demons. He was taught that these spirits gave power, protection, and control over others. His childhood was filled with fear, hatred, and a deep sense of emptiness. Even before he could understand it, John was caught in a battle for his soul. By the time he was a teenager, John had become fully devoted to the dark side. He was mentored by a satanic high priest and began to rise in rank within the occult. He learned to perform rituals, speak curses, and communicate directly with demons. John became a warlock, a powerful priest who could astral project, summon demonic forces, and cast spells over neighborhoods. He would walk the streets at night, praying to Satan to control regions and cause chaos. He once said, "I would leave my body at night, and in the spirit realm I would curse pastors, churches, and Christians. I was working for the enemy, destroying what God was building." On Halloween, John said it was the most sacred night in the satanic calendar. He and others would perform rituals that involved animal sacrifices, blood offerings, and demonic covenants. The night was dedicated to worshiping death, the very thing Christ came to destroy. Despite all his power and wealth, John felt something missing. His father had died tragically, and no amount of witchcraft could bring peace to his heart. He began to have dreams and visions, but this time they weren't from the demons he served. One night he had a terrifying encounter. As he slept, demons came to drag him out of his body. He screamed for the spirits he served, but they didn't help him. Then, in the middle of his fear, the power of Jesus Christ appeared. A cross appeared before him, shining brighter than the darkness. He heard a voice saying, "My son, I am waiting for you." When he woke up, he knew he had faced something real, and that Jesus was stronger than Satan. Still skeptical but desperate, John walked into a church in the Bronx. When the pastor began to pray, John felt the power of God surround him. He fell to the floor, trembling, as the demonic forces that had controlled his life began to break. He later said, "I gave my life to Jesus that night. It was the first time I truly felt peace." Over the next few months, John destroyed all his witchcraft items, altars, statues, charms, and books that had once been the center of his life. He was completely delivered. The same man who once cursed churches now stood before them, preaching the gospel. Today, John Ramirez is an evangelist and author who travels the world warning Christians about the reality of spiritual warfare and the dangers of occult practices, especially Halloween. He explains that Halloween is not a harmless holiday, but a night dedicated to death, witchcraft, and demonic celebration. He warns believers, "The devil doesn't care if you call it fun. He just wants you to open the door, even a little, so he can walk in." John now uses his past to set others free, teaching that Jesus Christ has all power and that no demon can stand against the blood of the Lamb.